What's going on, everybody? Vince Goodrum here. It is Thursday evening, just getting back home, getting a little work done, and I'm making this video today just to answer a couple of inquiries that has been made upon me. And this is in regards to a person by the name of GrizzlyJr. A lot of people have been asking me, do I know this person there? And what do I think about him? And am I going to challenge him? Now, first I want to answer the question as far as challenging people. Quite frankly, unless someone actually pisses me off or makes a comment about me, such as the Delray Misfits, or makes racial statements here, such as J Masters, I don't have any reason whatsoever to go after and attack people. The same with Big Rob. I let him down very easily whenever he made attacks against me. The reason being is I believe he had gotten some misinformation from J Masters because, Big Rob is an idiot and he is easily manipulated by anything that's practically on the internet there. No different than a lot of other people, but we're not going to make this political. But what is my opinion about GrizzlyJr? First off, I don't know who the blue hell is GrizzlyJr. At least from my perspective at the time when that question was posed upon me. So I decided to go and look at a couple of his videos. And, based on the videos itself there, he seems to have an affinity for food. He actually loves food. He does somewhat hate the same people that I actually hate, that being J Masters there. But, that's where the differences are at there. As far as GrizzlyJr is concerned, and based on my personal research upon him, he has no fitness or any athletic background. He's never competed in any bodybuilding shows or any powerlifting events as far as I'm concerned. He has never written any articles for any major magazine publications. He's never sold steroids. He's never sold vet products. He's never sold amphetamines or cocaine or anything like that. He is neither a drug dealer, a fitness consultant, or a diet guru, which is pretty much all three of them are actually the same. But I digress there. So, quite frankly, for someone like GrizzlyJr to make comments about health and fitness is a complete oxymoron. Now, I'm not trying to knock the guy whatsoever there, but, when people go and ask me about my opinion, I just gotta keep things real and tell it to you like it is here. I have no personal problem with GrizzlyJr, but from some of his videos, I think he needs to sway away from any diet or healthy advice, or I think what I read was something called bloat gains or something like that. Let me tell you something about bloat gains here. Anyone can gain a lot of weight by eating a lot of calories here. But what the best thing to do in order to build muscle is you got to do it very slowly. It takes time in order to build, good muscle there. There is going to be a little fat associated with it there. But, if you overexert yourself with calories, you're going to end up with a lot of blubber. More blubber than a white whale there. Essentially. So, the idea of bulking up, it's a strategy that's used by bodybuilders, but it has to be used very carefully. And I think it's some pretty bad advice that he's giving, but, overall, he seems to be an alright guy, But, at the same time, I do have to critique him on the information that he is somewhat giving out there. If he has a problem with that, that's too bad, because this is YouTube. People can make comments and discuss me at any time, if they have a problem or if they have a dispute with me whatsoever. Sometimes it's better to contact me directly by email or by Facebook, but, but if we didn't have open air conversations through YouTube, well, we wouldn't have any views there after all, right? So, as far as GrizzlyJr is concerned, overall, yeah, I think he's an alright guy. He gives a little bit of misinformation on health and fitness there. He should stick to talking about food, basically, Be like that. What's that skinny little guy that always wears suits? Oh, yeah, Review the report of the week there. I think he started out with selling some sort of energy drinks. Now that guy right there, I like that guy. I'm actually subscribed to, I should actually subscribe to his channel. I've seen a couple of his things. He does really good work in reviewing food there, And I think that's what GrizzlyJr should do. He should review food. I mean, considering how fat he is, he would be a shoo-in. People would listen to him. I mean, if you're going to go out and shop for good food or great restaurants, the person that you would trust would be a fat guy, a really fat guy, So, I mean, quite frankly, he would be a shoo-in to being a food critic. And that's what I would recommend for him to do, GrizzlyJr. Be a food critic because, you'll get a lot of views that way. Whenever I go and check out a restaurant, I always go and check out the fattest person because fat people know the best places to eat around town there. But, that's up to him as far as what he wishes to do with his life. If he wants to continue to talk about health and fitness, hey, so be it. I'm not going to knock him whatsoever. After all, this is YouTube. You can talk about what you want, when you want, and how you want. And that's all I got to say tonight, guys. You guys take care. See you next time.